Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I was away for a little while because I have been sick with a head cold, and today is my first day of feeling like a decent human being. So I wanted to come back and talk to you about the final component of self-compassion. This is based off Kristen Neff's work, Self-Compassion, Stop Beating Yourself Up and Leave Insecurity Behind. It's a great book if you get a chance to look at it. And I want to talk to you about the third tenet, the third component of self-compassion. And by the way, if you like these videos, if you watch them, do me a favor and help me out. Like, comment, share. It really makes a difference for people to find messages like this for all of those algorithmic issues. So I made the wrong number. Tenet number 3, that should say tenet number 3, is mindfulness. What do I mean by mindfulness? Mindfulness means being with what is. So I'm a recovering catastrophizer. Whenever anything troubling, kind of mildly troubling would happen, I would immediately go into, oh, well, this isn't going to work out. And I would prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But I wasn't really hoping for the best. I was doing a lot of preparing for the worst. And in order to prepare for the worst, you have to imagine all the worst scenarios that could possibly ever happen. And that is exhausting. That is not mindfulness. The other tactic that people normally take is when troubles arise, it's like, I'm going to just look the other way. I'm going to pretend this doesn't exist. You know, it's just a first world problem. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. So that is just minimizing. It's like, I'm not going to look at this. And I'm hoping if I just ignore it, then maybe it'll go away. So that is also not mindfulness. So what is mindfulness? There's a great quote that Brene Brown says when she talks about like entering into a new room. And it's this: don't puff up, don't shrink down, stand your sacred ground. Don't puff up, don't shrink down, stand your sacred ground. And I think about this quote every time I think about mindfulness, because mindfulness is just this. It's like, let's not puff it up and imagine all the terrible things that could happen. Let's not shrink it down and try to minimize it, put a lid on it, brush it away. But let's just stand some sacred ground with what's here. What's here is, I don't know. What's here is uncertainty. What's here is pain. What's here is suffering. What's here is just this. And there's a sacred ground that can happen when you can observe your pain without adding to it or trying to shrink it down. That's mindfulness. You know, a lot of people think about mindfulness as like, you got to clear your mind. You have to find a way to not be thinking about things, to bring your mind to zero. I don't see that as mindfulness. That's control. That's my judgment of it. I see that as control. What mindfulness is going, okay, I'm struggling right now, and I'm just going to be with this struggle, and I'm not going to add terrible stories to this, and I'm also not going to try to ignore it, but I'm just going to try to Lamaze breathe my way through it and just be here now. And I'm going to watch the part of me that hates being here. I'm going to watch the part of me that wants to evacuate this whole nonsense. I'm going to watch the part of me that is scared. I'm going to watch the part of me that is freaking out. I'm going to watch the part of me that really, really, really wants to catastrophize. And I'm just going to notice it all and say, yep, there's room for all of you. Come, let's just sit here together. One of my mentors described it as sitting on a park bench and watching the traffic of your mind go by. And every time you find yourself lost in a thought, you realize, oh, I'm in one of those cars zipping down the road. Hold on a sec. Let me get out of the car and go back to the park bench and just watch these thoughts, watch them zip by, and be the one observing it as much as possible. This is easier said than done. It can feel like a knockdown, drag out fight. But mindfulness is just reminding yourself, all I know, this happens oftentimes. You get bad news, or you get news that's scary, but you don't know yet what it's going to be. Mindfulness is that self-compassion to say, "Ooh, I am scared. I don't know. I hate not knowing. So what can I do in this moment to take care of myself?" That's how it relates to self-compassion. Because when you can be in that space of like, "Whew, I am feeling scared. I don't like this," then there's an opportunity to go, how can I care for myself in this moment? How can I care for myself without catastrophizing, without minimizing? I don't know. I don't know the answers here. I'm in uncertainty for a long period of time. What can I do to take care of myself? I can reach out to someone. I can go for a walk. I can pray. I can journal. I can practice gratitude. I'm so grateful for what has existed so far. There's other options that can present itself besides scrolling the internet for doomsday projections or trying to ignore it by scrolling on Instagram for other options. There's some space in the middle that can open up when you can be mindful and present to what is. So that is the third and final installation of self-compassion. Of course, it's a big book, so there's more always to learn from. But I'm so grateful that you're here. I want to let you know I'm going to be on vacation next week, so you won't be seeing a video next week. But I will see you the next time. Take care.